I want you to picture the most dangerous room in a 1970s house, the bathroom. Because if there was a girl living there, that bathroom was a laboratory, a war room, a chemical testing facility with shag carpet nearby. Number 15. Brushing 100 strokes before bed. This one came down from an older generation like a sacred commandment. Brush, brush, brush until your arm gave out. The theory was distributing natural oils from scalp to ends. There was something to it in moderation. But 100 strokes on fine hair created enough static electricity to power a transistor radio. Helpful sometimes. Catastrophic as a religion. Number 14. Baby powder as dry shampoo.
Going out with Ronald again?
How'd you guess?
Take a bath for an hour, put on girly powder, and go out with Ronald.
The girly powder is baby powder.
That's worse.
It smells nice. Try some.
You don't have to smell nice to play baseball.
Oh.
I'm leaving.
Going somewhere?
To tell Ronald his baby's almost ready.
Johnson's baby powder keeps anybody's baby smooth and fresh.
Before dry shampoo became a fancy aerosol with a French name and a price tag that required a small loan, there was the baby powder method. Shake some in, work it through, brush it out, hope for the best. It absorbed oil, which is exactly what dry shampoo still does today. The difference is, it worked better for blondes. Brunettes who used too much walked into school looking like they'd aged 40 years overnight. Number 13. Orange juice can rollers. Before jumbo rollers existed, teenagers used what they had, and what they had was breakfast. It sounds ridiculous. It worked because the size created lift without tight curls. Some of the best beauty discoveries in the 70s were pure accidental genius. Number 12. Sun-In. Sun-In was blonde ambition on a budget. Spray it in, sit in the sun, and wait for the California surfer look to arrive. Sometimes you got highlights. Sometimes you got orange, specifically a brassy chemical orange that had nothing to do with the beach and everything to do with regret. The smell lingered for days, this strange citrus chemical combination that meant one thing: someone had gambled and lost. Number 11. The kitchen cabinet treatments.
It's fun when people move in with loads of helpful neighbors. Now thank them for their labor. This is no place for second best.
Light, delicate, creamy, smooth. Best Foods brings out the best in other foods.
When you want to bring out the flavor and bring out the zest, just bring out the best foods.
This is where 1970s beauty gets truly creative. Mayonnaise as a hair mask, egg yolk for protein, apple cider vinegar as a shine rinse, beer poured directly onto the hair and left to sit. Was there logic? Sort of. Oil softens. Acid can smooth. Eggs have protein. Did any of it perform miracles? No. But it made hair care feel like a science experiment, which was more exciting than whatever was on television. The real downside was the apple cider vinegar rinse. It could leave you smelling like a salad until Tuesday. Number 10. Hot oil treatments.
The many roles I play call for many hairstyles. So I use hot curlers, blow dryers, things that can be brutal to hair. I switched from one conditioner to another looking for help. Then came Alberto VO5 hot oil treatment.
Now this one actually deserved its reputation. Those little VO5 tubes warm the oil, work it through the hair, wrap your head in a towel like you were preparing for surgery. It felt dramatic and official, like you were doing something serious. And unlike half the tricks on this list, it genuinely helped. Warm oil reduces friction and softens dry hair. This wasn't kitchen nonsense. This was the one home remedy that real salons were essentially doing in a fancier package. Number 9. Ironing hair flat.
Can your iron do this? Look again. It's Sunbeam's self-cleaning shot of steam iron. Just touch this button for instant extra steam. Hot penetrating steam to set professional type creases in pants or pleated skirts.
This is the part of the list where the 1970s needs adult supervision. Before flat irons existed, some girls used an actual clothing iron. Hair laid flat on the ironing board, maybe a towel, always a prayer. Did heat straighten hair? Yes. Was this remotely safe? Absolutely not. One wrong angle and you weren't just late for school, you were explaining a scorched situation to your mother. I watched this happen in real time once, I never forgot it. I don't think she did either. Number 8. Dippity-Do.
This year, fashion loves the big, big curl. The big, big curl loves Dippity-Do. Dippity-Do. Rollers cling to Dippity-Do. Never slip, never drip. Now rollers out, curl is in.
Dippity-Do was not subtle. That green setting gel didn't suggest hold it, insisted on it. Girls used it before rollers, before curls, before anything that needed to survive humidity, gym class, or a bad decision at the roller rink. Put in too much and your hair moved as one complete unit, like a helmet made of hair. Somehow, that was also considered a feature. Before we get to the part nobody talks about, hit subscribe if you haven't already. This channel is basically a time machine back to the era we grew up in, and I don't want you to miss the next stop. Alright, back to the story, because it's about to get interesting. Number 7. Sleeping in foam rollers. This was the original overnight styling system, and also a test of human endurance. Foam rollers promised soft, beautiful curls by morning. What they delivered was 3 hours of sleeping on a head full of tiny padded torture devices, waking up with creases on your face that took until noon to disappear. Did they work? Actually, yes. Damp hair dries into the shape it's held in simple physics, but nobody warned you that the shape it held was sometimes slightly lopsided. Number 6. Wrapping hair around the head overnight. Girls with long, straight hair knew this one. Wrap the hair flat around the head like winding a clock. Pin it carefully, cover it, and sleep without moving. Wake up with smoother, more manageable hair because it dried in a stretched position overnight. Basically, a low-tech straightening system that required the sleep habits of a statue. Number 5. Teasing at the crown. Teasing was the engineering department of 1970s hair. Backcomb the roots, build the volume, smooth the visible layer over the top, spray until nature surrendered. Girls who teased heavily on Friday night were still finding knots on Sunday. Nobody ever mentioned this in the commercials. Number 4. The feathered blow-dry.
This chic styler works so fast, you know what they call it? The speed styler. And look what else it has. A concentrator for those tough-to-dry places. And it's fast. 3 drying speeds for easier styling.
This was the Farah effect, and it was an actual skill. Round brush to shape the hair away from the face, blow dryer following behind, locking the direction in. That signature flip at the end, wings back, ends up, the whole thing moving like it had somewhere better to be. The technique was real. The challenge was making both sides match before the bus arrived. Number 3. The center part. Simple. No tools required, just a comb and commitment. Part straight down the middle, let the hair fall where it wants. Cher wore it. Marsha Brady wore it. Half the girls in every school in America wore it. It's the only trick on this list that required no product, no heat, no kitchen ingredients, and no courage whatsoever. It was also back in style by 2020, 50 years later, because some things just work. Number 2. Aqua Net.
No hairspray at any price can stand up to that. But if you want a hairspray that will hold this, hold it beautifully in any weather, no hairspray holds better than Aquanet.
Aquanet didn't finish a hairstyle, it preserved it. Once that cloud descended on your head, the style was no longer hair. It was a monument. It was a historical artifact. Wind couldn't touch it. Rain was a negotiation. A minor earthquake might have been a problem, but we never tested that. The smell hit you from 6 feet away and announced, "Someone in this house is ready. Do not mess with this person's hair. Do not stand near open flames." Number 1. All of it. Together. At once. Here's the thing nobody talks about. The real trick wasn't any single product or technique. It was the combination. Rollers for shape, Dippity-Do for grip, the round brush for direction, the blow dryer for setting, Aquanet for preservation, a scarf overnight to protect the whole operation. 1970s hair was a system, a ritual, something built in layers before school with the bathroom door locked and someone always knocking. It looked effortless only because nobody saw the 40 minutes that came before it. And honestly, that's still true today.